Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called The Tin Star. And this was created in 1983 by Taito. And it is a kind of difficult game to get used to. It is set in the Old West, and you are a sheriff. And the controls are very similar to Frontline, which was another game by Taito that had very frustrating controls. You control your sheriff with an 8-way joystick, and you have a dial to rotate his gun-holding arm, and you push in that dial, here's the control panel, to fire, and you have a separate button to jump, and there will be various things that you can jump over. It's really actually kind of optional. You don't have to have it. It is helpful in some positions, in some instances, but we see kind of an interesting little scene here where the bullet somehow travels across the world and goes through his hat. Ta-ting! I remember seeing this once in an arcade. I think it was an Aladdin's Castle arcade back in the mid-80s. But there will be three scenarios. One is outside of a saloon in an Old West street, and one will be inside the saloon, and one will be in a barn. We'll go ahead and get started. At the bottom right will be an indicator of how many enemies you have left to kill. There will be these outlaws that come out of various doors and windows. For a kind of comic effect, a barrel can run over you and incapacitate you for a short while, and you can press the jump button to jump over it. It doesn't have to be on the exact same plane as you to flatten you, which is stupid. But for comic effect, you might be able to knock an enemy down into that trough and make it splash. But once you take out all the enemies, then you go to the next scenario. Use your 8-way fire to your complete advantage. Here's where you first get I guess, bonus item you can destroy, which is the beer bottles. But they are only 50 points. There's only one. There's only one bonus object that is worth taken out, and we'll look at that later on. But there will be a guy that can hide behind the piano, and you can't shoot through the piano to get to him. You can't shoot through the bar to get to the enemies behind there. But rotate your firing arm in the diagonal positions to get a good surprise shot on your enemies. And in this barn scene, you cannot shoot the enemies running around in the upper loft. You cannot shoot them from below. Your shots will not hit them. Oops. You can climb the ladders to get up to that part up there. But the best way to survive this round is to jump over the beam to your right and stand over by the haystack and shoot the enemies as they come through the door. You can't shoot the enemies that are above you, but they can shoot you from above. The enemies can also jump over that beam. And like I said, you can climb the ladder. While you climb, you cannot shoot the enemies. They can't shoot you either when they're climbing. And you can easily be shot while you're climbing, and so can they. Yeah, let's take him out there. The last enemy will often be really fast compared to the others. There, he was an easy target. Sometimes there will be a lantern that you can shoot for bonus points. And here, all you have to do is time your shot just right. Even if you miss, you will get 1,000 points. But if you hit him, you will get 1,000 points doubled for that round. And then any later bonus rounds will be an extra multiplier. It'll be like 1,000 times 3, and so forth. Yeah, steer clear of that stupid barrel, and there he fell into the trough, just like a cheesy old Western movie. But yeah, if you get incapacitated by that stupid barrel, you can easily get shot, and you're flat on your stomach for at least a few seconds. But all you gotta do is waste all those enemies in one round, and then you gotta go to the next round. This isn't that great a game, although some of the detail I kind of like. I like the shiny bar, the wooden walls. You know, the kind of the feel of the Old West is there. I kind of like it, but the controls the difficulty of the controls is something that's hard to get past. You will get an extra life at 10,000 points. But that's the only life you can get, the extra life. Those beer bottles are worth only like 50 points. I think they should be worth more than that, and there should be more bonus things that you can shoot. The game's not as interesting as it could have been. And there's that lantern you can shoot. And I think it's only 50 points too. And there, I shot it. Later on in the game, later rounds, there will be a rat that can appear in the haystack, and that is worth 1,000 points. That is the only special target that's worth it. But yeah, for this round, for this level, you wanna stay across from where the doorway is and just shoot the enemies as they emerge. But yeah, it sucks that the enemies above can shoot down on you, but you can't shoot up at them. Ah, crap, I got hit. Well, that was The Tin Star by Taito in 1983. It's alright. It's not one of their better, more memorable games. But on later go-rounds, yeah, there can be a stagecoach in the way. You won't die from running into it, but it can protect you from the enemy bullets, but you can't get your bullets through them. And in MAME, the game kind of screws up, having you get flattened in the corner there. And here is the rat. Here is the rat that's going to emerge from the haystack, and there it is. That's worth 10,000 or 1,000 points. So try to get it, because you can't score that many points in this game. But that was The Tin Star by Taito in 1983. Kind of difficult game until you get used to some of the nuances. Well, this is Crazy Climber. So thanks for watching The Tin Star by Taito in 1983. Hope you enjoy the new year 2019. Have a good one, folks, and I will see you soon with my next video. Bye-bye.